Welcome back to Orchard Koi for the next update. Today we are going to be focusing on these bad boys, the fry as they were, what have been part of the growing show we've been doing in New Forest this year. So these have been in here 5 months and a few days now we've had them. So now I've got to go through, pick which one I'm going to enter as my favourite. So I think I know which one I'm going for, the one that I've been looking all the way through, but I'm open to some surprises today. These have now been sitting at 18 degrees for a couple of weeks, trying to bring some of the sumi up, some of the blacks. And unfortunately I didn't get to plough as much colour food into these as I wanted to because my delivery didn't turn up. So that's a different story. Let's get them out. As ever guys, do hit that like, do hit that subscribe button. We're going to have a good example today of what you can achieve in 5 months worth. And this is all in 1,000 litre IBC. These have been homing with the roto shower. For those that are new to the channel, so have a look what comes out and let me know what you think. What one would you pick? What ones you think is the best, because I can be swayed. Let's get on. The level's dropping. You can see some nice big silhouettes. Excited to get them out. You can't really tell how big they are in this. It's yeah, distorts it. It's weird, but yeah, looking forward to it. Come on, water, run away. So there we go, all of the bad boys are out and in the tub, and this is what I've drilled down to, what I kept focusing on. So you've seen these come throughout the entire period that we've had them. This kajaku here isn't one of the fry, that's another fish I put in there to make sure that their immunities were building up to different stuff, because the last thing I need is when I mix them with my main lot is problems. So look at that, 5 months and a couple of days I've had them. 16th of May I think they came, and today is the 19th of October, so that shows what you can achieve. We'll go through each one separately, but what I've been working on last 3-4 weeks is getting the sumi up. As I said, my colour food didn't come, so I dropped the temperature, trying to get the sumi to come up. It is coming up because that was completely white almost, and that's darkened up as well. So now I've got to pick which one. Let's have a measure up, see what we've hit, and then the deliberation begins. So let's start by looking at the ones that aren't going to make it. So we've got 5 in here, well there's 6 in total, but 5 that were part of the growing show that were the fry. We've got this kajaku here that wasn't, as we've already said, so that's just in there to help me with my immunities. So we've got the 2 Sakuras, we've got the, is it a Deutsch Ogon, I don't know, Benigoya, whatever, the orange one. We've got this very unusual, I don't know what you'd class it as, if I'm honest. It's Deutsch, it's Aragoki. It's got wicked scales in it, but it is just weird. I kept it to see what it would do. And then you got the 2 Sakura Ogons and the other Deutsch. I assume you would call that a shower. Again, I will be staying correct on that one. Basically, body shapes aren't either there or the pattern's not great, etc, etc. They haven't grown as I wanted them to. So let's move over to what we are going to be selecting from. So one of my winners will be one of these which puts forward. There's 7 in here. One of which really isn't ready. It's the Tancho style shower. It really is no way near ready now, but I'm quite excited to see what that does in future. So that's out of the running. So really it's out of the other 6, and I've got to decide between them who's got the best body, who's got the best pattern, who's got the best colours. I'm pretty sure I already know which one I'm picking, if I'm honest, but chuck it down below. Which one would you pick? We're going to have a look at them all separately. We're going to measure them up and stuff, have a proper look at all of them in better viewing conditions. But yeah, that is cracking. Really pleased with them. Right, so we're going to start with my favourite one. This is the kin shower, and this is one that I picked out from the first salt. Had it a couple of weeks. As soon as it was big enough to go through, this one stood out to me country mile. The front fins so uniform, the body shape is spot on. It's nice long. It's also got a nice powerful structure to it as well. It's developing. It's a whisker shy of 30 centimetres, so it's not quite my biggest one, but it's up there. And again, 5 months old, so absolutely cracking. I wish I'd given them a little bit longer, focus on the sumi and the cooler water. Not had as long as they could have done to bring it up as well. And the other thing I'll say is, as soon as you seem to stress these metallic ones out, the sumi falls apart. So we'll see what that does as it gets older and bigger. But really, really looking forward to developing this one further. I am going to be pushing it on to grow, so whether it's a winner or not, it's going to keep its place, and we'll see what we can do with it in the coming months and years. But 5 months old, 30 centimetres just short of. Brilliant. Is that your choice? Is that the one you'd go for? Let me know in the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Interested to know what people think, and if you see the same thing I see, but I personally feel this is my standout one from the bowl. Absolutely cracking. Look at those front fins, how uniform they are with the Montaguru as well. Right, let's have a look at the next one, and you can tell me what you think of that. Right, so fish number 2. I think technically we will call this a Deutz Tancho kin shower. Now, this one, it isn't my best one. It's definitely probably not even one that I'm really considering seriously. I kept it more of an experiment, just to see what the Sumi would do on the body. I couldn't make my mind up with how the front fins were. So pretty strong on one side, touches the base. Other side seems to change quite a bit. But that said, cooler water for, I want to say 3 weeks, maybe just a tad more. Sumi has started to develop on it, so interesting to see what it does. And the red on the head is quite interesting. It's more like a half eye patch or some sort of pirate fish. So yeah, like I said, not one that I think I'm seriously considering. It hasn't got the best body. It's one of the smaller ones. I was just more intrigued to see what the body did in terms of the skin and pigment coming up under the Deutz scales and how that goes on. So definitely made steps over the last few weeks, but we'll see what it does. So I'll give it a bit longer. But yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think on that one. Right, and then we're on to one of my monsters. So this dude is a Sakura Ogon. It's got an absolutely lovely body on it, lovely shape, all nice in proportion, beautiful front fins, and it's hit 32 centimetres. 5 months, 32 centimetres, well, just over 5 months, sorry. You can't moan at that at all. Absolutely spot on. I wish the pattern was a little bit more uniform, a bit more towards the back, with some white breaking it up more, but you know, is what it is. It's the belly's really nice in it. The colour and pigment has stayed really well. It's got a little bit of pigment in the front fin. I don't know whether that's like in Kahaku, you frown on that because technically this is a metallic Kahaku, or that's a good thing in these, but I like it. It will be staying, and will continue to be grown. To try and move him back up this end so we can see him properly. Yeah, like I said, lovely looking fish. Not an awful lot wrong with that one. The Benny, like I said, which is enhancing the pattern in the back would be good, but beggars can't be choosers. You can't force these things. So let me know what you think of that one. Is that one worth putting forward instead of the kin shower? Let me know what you'd do. Right, so this is another of the kin showers. Now, in my original batch, I only had 4 that I could see, that I could pull out. And I couldn't keep all 4 because one of them was really deformed. In fact, I've still got it. But it wasn't worth investing or putting any time and effort into. This one, if I'm honest, if I'd have had more, I wouldn't have kept this one either because I think it's very short in the body. However, the pattern was intriguing enough that I wanted to see what it would do and just how the Sumi developed. It looks different to the other one in terms of the Sumi. This one's further along, so this is what I'm hoping will come out of the first kin shower. It's grown well. It's not small by any means. It's just stumpy. It's got a shorter body, and obviously, again, coming back to the showers, they seem to carry more genetic problems and all the motion in terms of the abnormalities. So it's a good fish, a good pattern. But the body, as I said, is just a bit stumpy, so I don't think it'll be this one. So we're on to one of the other monster ones. So just a smidge over 32 centimetres. It's pretty on par, just slightly more than the Sakura Ogon. And this is Deutz. I think you would technically say this is a Kikasui because it's got the orange. And obviously it is Deutz. Scales are lovely, uniform down both sides and the back. Really, really nice and clean. Again, front fins, got the edge nice and translucent, plenty of growth and development to come. Benny would be a bit better if it covered the whole side of that head, but actually adds a bit of intrigue with the pattern. Obviously, it loses its symmetricalness. And ideally, obviously, if you want a Kikasuri, you're going to have the Benny on the body. So, for me, this isn't one that I'd consider would get picked as a winner. But I do like it. I think it's a bit quirky, a bit different. I really like the way the Benny sits on the dorsal fin. So let me know what you think on that one. Is that one of those weird and wonderful ones that people just like? You know, they're not technically anything special, but that's just done really well. And for a Deutz fish as well, the way it's grown so far, I'm intrigued to see how big that gets, but nice and clean. Right, onto another little different one. Now, I don't have any other this type of variety, especially not this clean. The other one in the bowl I thought might have been similar to this, but I can't really work out what it is. But this, I believe, is a Deutz Kajaku, and it looks really nice. Really pleased with it. It's very different. It's very vibrant. It's not the biggest. It doesn't have the widest of structural frames on it in terms of what its end size looks like it's going to be, but it's a really clean, bright, vibrant fish. I like it. And as I said, don't have any Deutz Kajaku, so this is definitely staying in my pot as well to continue to grow. It's got Benny in the fins again, so let me know if you think that ruins the fish or not. I personally quite like it, but I do know in some varieties it is a sworn no-no, especially if it comes to sort of the show scene, etc. So this one, again, not one of the biggest ones, but again, not the smallest. The smallest one of my fish tops at 25 centimetres. The biggest, as I said, just a smidge over 32. The rest fall in there somewhere in the middle. I think this one's at about 27, if I remember rightly. But it's done well. Really clean, as I said. And it's a Deutz Kajaku. So is that one you pick? Is that one we chuck forward? Again, let me know what you think. So we move on to the Tancho Sakura-Ogon. Now this one is super clean. The skin, scalation, the bedding on the head is very intense. The only thing I can't make my mind up on, now this, compare this to the last one, it's the same length. Obviously the other one did have a smaller frame, smaller body in total. I can't work out if this is a little bit short in the body or it's got a really good body on it in terms of the peduncle at the back. Yeah, can't make my mind up. 1 minute I swing one way, 1 minute I swing the next. So it's a lovely fish. Don't get me wrong, as I said, the cleanliness of the skin and the colour, the front fins, etc. I just can't make my mind up on. I don't know if it's the placement of the dorsal or the body length. Something just doesn't look quite right to me. And we'll move on to another Kinshower. So this is the smallest of the bunch. This is 25 centimetres exactly. Again, very clean. The skin's really nice. The pigment quality is really good. The sumi has always been stronger on this one. It's just come through stronger even under the heat. And this again is what I'm hoping that we can get out of the other one by giving it the right environment, right temperature. So this one's even started to develop more on its head since I dropped the temperature. So it's got a small body. It's nowhere near the size of the others. And bearing in mind they haven't really had much competition now lately because the way they've been thinned down. It's a lovely fish. It's staying. It's going to be kept. We're going to see what we can do with it. I'm just not sure that for me it's better than the other one. It might be better in pattern, maybe just about, because of the way the sumi's already up. But I think there's no break in the Benny up the top to try and balance the pattern out a bit, and it's just not got the body on the first one that I showed you have. So let's have a look at the three of the showers together, because I think it's obvious I'm leaning towards those. Let's see what you think. Right, so here are the three of them back in the bowl together, just to give you an idea what I've just talking about. So you can see how the one that I pulled out first, which is in the middle at the moment of the three fish, is far superior in terms of its body length, its size, structure, etc., shape. And the sumi on the last one that we looked at is the best of the three. Now, you can see on the back of the first fish, in the middle again, the sumi has started to come up as strong as the other one, so I'm hoping that finishes off to the front. Like I said, I think I'd wish I'd probably given a couple more weeks for the sumi to develop in the cooler temperatures. Maybe come off the growth rate a week before what I did, instead of missing out on 4 weeks of growth and moved to 5. and then instead of thinking I was getting colour to enhance the Benny, I should have just dropped it and gone for the Sumi straight away, and that maybe would have finished it off. But that's just you know, that learning curve, I think, for me is more, if I decide I'm going to do some showing next year, then that's just learning how to prep them for, you know, perfect viewing conditions at that period of time for that date. So it will come. It will come. The way it's developed, it looks like they all will come up when it's asked to, when it's pushed, it's put in the right conditions. So I think definitely out of the three of them, as I said, that middle one now has got too much of a stumpy body on it. You can tell it looks top heavy, and then the other one is just too small, I think, for this point. So I think for me, out of those, it's going to be what I would refer to as my favourite monster, right in the middle there. Yeah, love that. Brilliant. It catches my eye every time I do a water change or I see them properly. It's always that one I home into, and to be fair, anyone I show a video or a picture of, they say the same thing. So yeah, if you think different, let me know, because I genuinely want to know what people think about these. It's interesting. Alright, so we're back to all 7 in the bowl. Like I said, really only 6 of them in contention. It comes down to either the Sakura Rogon, the Doitz Kajaku for a wild card, or the Kinshowa. It's whether you pick body over pattern or pattern over body. Tough one, not an easy one, but one I think I'm going to have to make a decision on very soon. In fact, I will be making a decision on very soon. But let me know, guys. Like I said, I am really interested to see what other people think. It's always cool to see what other people like, what other people pick out as a, you know, as a real highlight or a real plus in a fish. And well, just tell me if you don't think that Kinshowa is any good, then let me know. Do you think that Sumi is not going to come up at all? I can't see any signs that it's not, just because of how strong it is in those front fins. But yeah, it looks absolutely wicked. Yeah, so I'm drawn to it every time I bowl it up. So, or change the water or have a look. So there we go. Floating your own fish. So these are the select ones that I have pulled to now integrate in with the big boys. So you can see the size difference, as you know how big some of these have got this season. I haven't shown you all of these yet. We're going to go through a separate bowling up, but you can tell as my Nisai Saragoy over there, nicknamed the Skimmer, has been absolutely destroying the food this summer. Obviously this is the rest that originally came out of that IBC, and they started their journey in that IBC a year ago. So looking forward to showing you guys all of those. I haven't got them all out myself yet, so there's a treat waiting for me. All these little mini harvest days I keep getting. So right, let's get on with it. Let's get these guys in. Alright, let them out. Let's see if we can pick them out with the mist. The mist of Saki Hikaru. Where are they? There goes a couple down there. Cuddling in, saying hello. So you can get an appreciation of the size, how well they've done actually. Both sides as well. I mean, 5 months old. 5 months old. I am, yeah. Like I said before, this was a test for me. This was trying to learn about the fry stage into the Tosai part, and then what you can actually do. So before I go and stuff up my own spawnings at some point, because then I've got the next part of that, and I thought it was too much to do in one go. So learnt absolutely loads. A big thank you to Ricky at New Forest Koi for letting us have unselected fry. As you've seen, you've had a real good mix of what comes out, what you're able to get out, and what you're able to pick yourself. So yeah, as ever guys, I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope it's been insightful, and again, just shows you what you can achieve. Remember, I've done that in a 1,000 litre IBC from the beginning with over 200 fry from the off. So 5 months, absolutely cracking. Over the moon. Best part of it for me, there's no secret, this is what I enjoy, this part of it. So anyway, without further ado, I'll let you all go. Have a lovely week, and I'll catch you all soon guys. Take care, thanks for watching.